Okay, we are live. 2 minutes late, and just realizing I did not plug in to the Ethernet. So, whoops. Hopefully, the Wi-Fi is going to be okay. Doop doop. Let me go ahead and start saying hello to some people. A bunch of people already here. Y'all are very cool. It's 6 p.m. my time, so I literally just kind of rushed home, ate some dinner really fast, and then hence I'm a couple minutes late and scattered all over the place. So, but hey, Mrs. Independent Joe is here. How you doing? She's the awesome one who made that sign and this sign. So, Big Vic, Stephen Holtzclaw, the Claw. How you doing? And I've got my actual new camera set up this time for reels. So I'm going to try and remember and actually look at that. So I don't know. It's a learning process. So bear with. So hey, Brandy's here. I know I saw a lot of these names in the chat last night, but if you missed it, y'all should go back and check it out. I got to be a guest on Black Bourbon Family yesterday for their anniversary stream. Along with Bourbon Judge. Like, my brain is just going through all the things that I forgot to do before this stream. So it's distracting me. But with the Bourbon Judge and Mash and Drum a little bit late, but he had good reason. So, but it was super fun. They sent us a flight. Brandy and I got to team up, and we won. Technically we tied, but we're saying we won. So, Jason of Big Bourbon Family, of Black Bourbon Family, said that we won. So I'm reading Big Vic and saying Black Bourbon Family at the same time. So Team Whiskey Black, go back and check it out. Also, let me know. Yesterday was my first attempt with this lapel mic, so let me know if it sounds muffled or anything. I just got the rest of this new mic set up in the mail today, but again, totally not prepared for RYE-day. See what RYEs do to you? Freaking RYE-day the 13th. It's cursed. But hey, Whiskey Wiggle, that's why I put that up there. Hi Scott. So, IC86, how's it going? Maple Moose Muffin, one of our fave Canadians. So he's a cool dude. And is finally getting to really dig into some of this whiskey. Oh, oh man. Oh, it's the rye. I'm like, man, I love rare breed. It's the rye. Right. See what I did there? Yay! Donnie's here. How's it going? He's the man. Okay. Mike Franklin's here. How's it going? Oh, that's so cool. Mashville, John Perkle. Is it Perkle or is it Purcell? And I'm going to try and remember to look back in the chat and see if you let me know. Because I definitely have typed your name into mini a giveaway and wondered every single time. So I'm curious. Hey, Bourbon is here. How's it going, buddy? So, okay, I think I said hi. Oh, Emily Chambers is here. So, sweet. No worries. Yeah, definitely come check out the replay if you want to see me suffer. Or maybe I'll find a rye I actually like. There's some hope. I know from one of the ones that Bourbon had sent me. So, possible. Scott Pigsley, how's it going? So, oh, no way. The other moose. No way. I mean, you weren't my best man. You were Nick's best man. But that is cool. So this is Nick's best friend. Oh, shit. So, yeah, you can watch me hate rye whiskey grow. That's awesome. It's always like, it's so weird now that like people in my real life actually know. Perkle. Okay, sweet. Perkle. Sweet. I thought that made more sense, but you never know. But yeah, it's so weird now that people in my real life or Nick's real life, I don't know, grow that well. Unfortunately, we're across the country from each other. So, but I don't know. It's one thing to like people on the internet who are part of Whiskey Tube and you know them through that community. And it's another thing when it's people you know in real life and who don't know this side. So, but it's still cool. So, what's up, Tim Corney? What's disgusting, right? Because I totally agree. Guess what's not my favorite sandwich? Rye bread. Anything with rye bread. I mean, I can go for a Reuben, but I don't like sauerkraut either. So does it count? So this is, I love that Scott is popping these down. I always have a Post-it note for these things. I literally have only one thing written on mine today. Again, I also had no time to prep. But please, tonight is the opening, the premiere live of Women of Whiskies. So it's Michelle Davilar and Jen Ardolino, and they are starting this Women of Whiskies. Tonight's going to be kind of a, just talking about what the channel is going to be and hanging out and sort of the overall concept of that channel. But then on October 27th will be, and it looks like this is probably the link to that stream tonight. So, but definitely sub to them, please, Women of Whiskies. I think it's just so cool what they're going to be doing. And on October 27th, so 2 weeks, I think, they will be doing their first real Criminals and Cocktails stream. So, which for whatever reason, so many of us women are really into true crime, but I think it'll be super fun. So, I mean, whiskey and true crime, that's like a perfect combination. So thanks for asking. I don't even know yet. I literally just got, so I picked up my new mic, which I didn't even have time to open. And, oh, normally I write way smaller than this, Scott Pigsley. Normally I try to write 2 to a line. That's big. But I just got this. I'm not in the mail, obviously. I got it hand delivered today. And then I also picked up the thing. So this is the new, the new ADHD whiskey pick of Knob Creek, because he is an amazing person and knows how much I love Knob Creek. So he actually gifted this to me because I, track a lot of his giveaways and things. But this was, I thought he would send me a sample. I didn't realize until he told me more that he'd be sending me a whole bottle, and I'm just so excited. So Nick gave me the idea, which at first I was like, well, it's too high of a proof to be starting with, but to have this tonight before some of it just spilled on this other keyboard. Guess I'll never use the semicolon button again. So yeah, basically I've got some poured, even though it's 120 proof, and I'm going to be trying ryes. Nick made a good point. Does it really matter if you wreck your palate? Ooh, that's what I meant to grab too. All the things that I meant to do that I didn't do. I'm going to come back. I'm definitely getting cherry on this, which is kind of peculiar for Knob Creek. Like a toasted cherry, like oak and cherry, basically. I'm just going to put up a random, oh, I thought it would ticker. But anyways, normally I go first Wednesday of the month. I was like looking through my banners to see if there was something relevant to help make up for all the things I forgot to put in the description, but there isn't. So let me catch back up and get a sip of this. I am not, so that works out for me, I guess. Hey, Chris from Australia is joining us. I really just need to zoom in. I don't have to worry about seeing somebody come in studio or anything. But basically, I'm going to be trying this today and then trying some different ryes. I've got a bunch of samples here, so, and some glasses behind me. Might get y'all to help me with picking which samples I try. So, what was he saying? Able to join. So now have a 8 kW system on my roof with on my solar. Oh, kilowatt. I don't know anything about solar panels. Solar system definitely threw me for a loop there. I was like planets? That'd be cool. So, oh, is Katie Turk here? I missed that. Grab it. Oh, yes, Katie Turk. She's one of the couple that gave one of the giveaway flights last week. So, clearly my hands are just tiny because here's the normal bottle that I just got from ADHD. And here is the big one. Jesus. It's legitimately heavy, like a bit too heavy for one hand. So the answer is my hands are just tiny. And I have a dog hair stuck to my glass. Okay, I'm going to sip this. Awesome. Mine actually, Scott Pigsley, where are you? Mine went out today to you. So expect that. That'll be coming. So I am drinking rye. So I already did my punishment rye flight. That was last week. This week, bear with. That's a line from a show Nick and I love. Whoo, that's yummy. So as far as being 120 proof whiskey, and I haven't had anything to warm up, and normally that's what I do. That, I mean, definitely the heat's coming at me now in the finish, and that finish is really lingering. I'm telling you, cherry is like cherry and cinnamon. Ooh, it's not even crazy nut. I mean, there's always going to be some nuttiness, right? But definitely on the nose. Yeah, that's good. That's a shimmy. That's a shimmy right there. Woo! I should get set up a ranking system of, what's the opposite of shimmy? Lennox Cat, you had a good term for it, and I forgot what it was. Like wince, grimace, the whiskey grimace, something, cringe, whiskey cringe. Of that to shimmy. Oh man, the finish is just beautiful. It's so good. Like there's just so much flavor in this. Oh, so good. So good. Sorry. Oh, I was like, what did he realize? That's right. Yep. No, but there was. I'm kind of a second, like first sip's always the worst sip, and that was not a bad first sip. But it's always the second sip where I feel like I really start getting the flavors and appreciating the whiskey. And man, that one is hitting home. I doubt it. Actually, I do have a malted rye in this lineup. So Whiskey Wiggle did send me from a distillery in Georgia, ASW, that Mash and Drum had on one night. And I had found the stream really interesting. I hadn't tried Chattanooga yet, and I didn't know I was not that into malted grains. And it was until afterwards that I had Chattanooga. But so I do have a, I don't know if that's focusing or not, but I know there's like a setting for changing the focus for like product showcase or whatever, but normally I'm not showcasing products or whatever. So is the Lob Creek, because yes, if there's still some available, yes, I think you have to do it through ADHD Whiskies Patreon. But if there's still some available, very much worth it. And that's just first pour on a totally fresh palate. Well, hey, whiskey fancies are here. definitely y'all should go sub to them. They are awesome. No, I don't. I've had it blind twice. Once. And then once knowing it, but having hopes for it, and really didn't enjoy it either time. And I don't think I've revisited it since then. So, no, not my thing. I think I just don't like malt. Or rye, apparently. But I'm going to try and find a rye tonight that I might like. So, oh my God, I'm terrible at this. Yes, sub to them. Thank you. Damn, sorry. It is not available. So maybe next time I do like a giveaway thing, I could send a sample of this with it. Because it is, man, I'm telling you, all the Kentucky hug, which is kind of nice because it's been a bit chilly lately. So also, hey, Christopher David, I don't think I've seen you in my chat before, or in many of them at least. So cool to see some new names, you and Ryan BH. So welcome. But okay. So maybe I'll start with that one then. So IC86 has some ASW malted rye. Like I said, I didn't have, let me get back to this. I didn't have much time to prepare today. So I don't have like much information on these, but I just know that this one has malted rye. I don't know anything about the mash bill. So if anybody does, I can tell you it's 86 proof, aka 43%. So, but I like that the sample is like legit. Oh, probably needs to cover my face. I will say, man, I love this new camera. I get why Shelf Turds just got a new camera too, and they love doing that, like showing the bottle up because it focuses so well. So, all right, we'll do this one then. So, because I basically have a bunch kind of numbered 1 through 12, but I couldn't actually quite find all of them. Found almost all of them, I think. Oh, actually, I think I know where the other one is. It's right there. So yeah, I have numbers 1 through 12. This is number 9. So I might, read off some of them or just ask people to give me a random number and try it. But first, we'll start with this malted rye and see. I mean, maybe a negative negates a negative kind of thing, like negative times 2 kind of, or not times 2, but squared will be better. I don't know. I'm not even going to be measuring these. I'm just pouring tiny, tiny amounts, basically. Enough for a couple sips to see if I would want to explore it more or if I should just save all of that sample for Nick. So that's a good thing, y'all, is I try very little and then Nick gets to try the rest, and he does like rye. So it's not like it totally gets wasted on my palate. Thank you. So this is 100% malted rye. Oh boy, that should be interesting. So it's 100% rye and it's malted. We'll see if malting the rye, like I said, negates somehow. Also, I didn't get back to Scott Pigsley's question, but he asked if I've tried Old Elk. I've tried a couple. I like their wheated bourbon a lot, and I have a pick. Oh, mira esto. I have a pick from Liquor Lineup in Vegas. You can tell I love it, and we have another bottle, and it's this Old Elk pick. It is just, oh, it's so good. It's delicious. But this is a wheated, so if anybody's unfamiliar, which I recognize a lot of these names, so everybody probably already knows, but wheated just means normally your mash bill is going to have corn, like for a bourbon, your mash bill is going to have corn, over 51% corn, malted barley, and another grain, and that's either rye or wheat. So, and that one, instead of rye, has wheat, which is less common. But everybody probably already knew that. Oh, y'all are comparing notes. Nice. So I'm going to be, the other thing is I'm often not good at even giving notes on a rye because Oh boy. Oh boy, man, the nose just kind of, as I like barely drifted it near me. Oh no. Nope. No, I don't think a negative negates a negative. You know how bad it is to give like a negative response to something when you know that the person who gave it to you very kindly is in the chat and is like your amazing wrench. But again, if I don't like it, Nick will get to try it and enjoy it. So I'm sorry, Whiskey Wiggle. He's the one who gave me this. It pretty much smells like what you would think. Wait, who let? I thought you weren't supposed to be here, Dickwad. Because don't you worry. Wait for it. I have too many signs. Oh, there it is. It has a post-it note stuck to it. That is legit for him, not for you, bro. But also, while I'm in the sign bank, make sure y'all like and subscribe, regardless of whether you think I can give bourbon tasting notes or not. I did do pretty darn well on last night's blind flight, I think, on Black Bourbon Family. So if you want to see me finally actually do decently on a blind flight, you should check that out. And it was just fun. So especially because there was a Knob Creek pick in there, and Bourbon Judge, who I adore. I've been watching it was like him and Mash and Drum are two of the channels that originally, if I got a bottle, they were the ones I would watch about it. But Bourbon Judge was confused. He's like, I think I've got all of these except for this one. I was like, this is the only one that makes any sense to me. Knob Creek. So, oh, yes, that's what I wanted to put up. Yeah, buddy. Can you be sponsored by them? They were real. The ASW is not unlike Irish whiskey and soft wheated bourbons. Really? Soft wheated bourbons? I don't know. Well, what do you mean by soft? As in like not a ton of wheat? I could see the Irish whiskey actually. Which is funny because you would think it being a different base grain, even though they've both been malted, that it would give totally different profiles. It's weird to me that the malting process gives a similar effect across grains. I guess that I find that kind of surprising. Chocolate, graham cracker, and apricot. We'll see about that. Yeah, it does. You're welcome. All right, let's see if I... Okay. Wow, that's not... Wow, I get the graham cracker. I get a lot of graham cracker just near the end. And chocolate. Wow, okay. I don't know that I get apricot, but... Amy Boehm is here. That is unlike any other rye I've ever had. That is for sure. Shit, man, I get a lot of chocolate on this, like milk chocolate, not dark chocolate. Hey, Kira's here. That's right. Weird Rihanna up in here. So for those who don't know, Whiskey Wiggle did a great job at explaining to people how to pronounce my name by explaining it that it's like odd Rihanna. Adriana. So I explained that to Shelf Turds, David, and he loved it. But Kira has now changed it to Weird Rihanna. Thanks a lot. No, but I love it. So I have tried one so far. It's a 100% malted rye from ASW. And I don't hate it. Like, it didn't make me wince at all. And it's very chocolatey. And there's a dog hair in it because, you know, I swear I cleaned my glasses. It's definitely not like Chattanooga. Actually, I have a Chattanooga rye over here. Now I think, oh no, straight rye malt mash bill, 99 proof. So that'll be a higher proof, and it's 3 years. This is also from Whiskey Wiggle. Freaking amazing labeling. So it might have come from you. I mean, but it's a white hair. I don't know what color your dog is, but my dog's white, and it's a white dog hair, so it could be mine. So, Stuff and Whiskey. Also, I need to respond to y'all's text, and I will. It was just crazy yesterday. But thank you. So if y'all missed it, Stuff and Whiskey on Sunday had an amazing fundraiser for Mental Health Awareness Day, or National or Worldwide Mental Health Day, World Mental Health Day, and to Write Love on Her Arms, an amazing group that helps provide resources for people considering, just in dark depression and considering the worst, basically. And that fundraiser was absolutely amazing and so successful. I'm so excited about it for them. So, and I think the link's still open if y'all want to check it out. You can just go to Stuff and Whiskey. But I'm very surprised. This is so unlike rye. I don't get any of the particular rye spice. I don't get any of the mint. I don't get any of the dill. And it's 100% rye. And I've had Alberta, I mean, that's Canadian rye, but I'm just thinking of another 100% rye mash bill that I've had, and hated that more than anything in the world. So this is very surprising. So I know I was going to ask people, about what I should pour next, but I'm thinking it might make sense to try this Chattanooga rye. Scott, do you think that makes sense? Because it sounds like, I don't know, could be a thing. How weird would it be if I don't like Chattanooga's bourbon or whiskey or whatever it is that I've had, but I like their 100% rye? That'd be bizarre, or at least don't hate their rye. All right, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna have that one. Any of the Sagamore rye, very bourbony and quite yummy. Are they like barely? I have not had. I don't think I've ever seen Sagamore here. I did see it in Idaho while we were up there, but sorry if you're hearing dogs. Ooh, I poured more of that than I meant to. If you're hearing dogs barking, apartment complex. So trying to keep up with the chat and what I said, but I haven't. Is that a barely legal mash bill type of thing? Is that why it's kind of bourbony? Because I mean, up until this point, the which rye? ASW's or Chattanooga's? Up until this point, like, I'm all right with Pikesville and I'm all right with Knob Creek rye, but like all right as in if it's poured for me, I'll drink it and I won't grimace. That's pretty much the best I can promise on a rye most of the time. And normally is ¿Qué pasa? Oh my God, this dog is so annoying. So sorry if you can hear that. He's a really weird dog. That's my neighbor's. But yeah, basically, I never really loved them, but I can drink them with those barely legal mash bills. So Sagamore's NGP rye. Gotcha. Is that? But doesn't MG have a couple of rye mash bills, or no? Do they have like high rye mash bills? But somehow that one is bourbony. So you are the man. I mean, aside from using it to buy more ryes, but that's one of the things I forgot to do, I think, beforehand, was put that into the comments. Normally I put my Venmo and PayPal, but I do have a Patreon, which he mentioned before. In fact, that is something I could, I don't know. Always seems like there should be something. There we go. You can join my Patreon. I don't have a lot of great perks or anything, though, so I totally get it if you don't want to. But I do actually have some pretty cool merch at whiskeymountains.com. So you can totally check that out. And that's more of a one-time thing, but you actually get to, like, I've got t-shirts, water bottles, coffee things, whatever. That could be cool. Oh God, now there's too many things. Okay, hide that. Support Weird Rihanna. Thanks a lot. Okay. So right now I'm smelling the Chattanooga rye, which is also a 100% rye mash bill that's malted rye. And first I had this ASW malted rye, which I don't hate. And it really does chocolate and like a s'more without the, I feel like a s'more is also sometimes used for certain bourbons, like a toasted bourbon. Not quite that like marshmallow part of it, just the chocolate and graham cracker, and almost if they'd been cooled, like if they're not warm, like that basically. But yeah, we have found a rye on the first go that I don't absolutely despise. So that is a miracle in and of itself. Oh, man, I get so much chocolate on that. Like a particular candy, almost like a Swiss cake roll or something. So, okay, let me try out this. So the Chattanooga one does smell different, but again, not offensive rye. So again, very, very surprising. Oh, I don't know what that means. I mean, I know what it means. I'm already short. I just don't know what Kira's in. Ah, thanks, Kira. So if you don't know Kira and her weirdo husband, David, of Shelf Turds, they're amazing. Monday nights, they go live, and they also do great video content. They're just hilarious. But are sell themselves short when it comes to how much they do actually know or have learned over time about whiskey. So, but thanks. So I feel like Patreon, I mainly can give y'all behind the scenes sort of stuff. I'd like to eventually give you real perks. But my job is very much my top priority, and it's something I love. So, but it also takes up a lot of my mental space and physical time. So I cannot promise. The whiskey does? Yeah, this first one, I'm not gonna lie. This has a very different nose. Still not a crazy rye. Maybe a little more fruit on this. Definitely not so much chocolate. Again, this is now the Chattanooga rye. That has more rye on the end. That one rye, yeah. No. Mint is coming in. Mint is coming in the end. I was like, all right with it up front, but oh, can you drop that again for IC86, Scott? I'm sorry. Normally I have them in the description, and I totally failed today. I suck. Sorry. I did get an experiment to work that I've been trying to get to work for like 2 months now. Finally figured out the problem, and it worked. And now I just have to tweak things, but that's kind of cool. And deserves a sip of Lob Creek, in fact. Thank you so much. Yeah, check out the Patreon. There's different levels. You know, I'm trying to really incorporate more like sort of behind the scenes and voting and that kind of thing. But, you know. Oh, I had forgotten that I just picked up the Lob Creek, and I'm like, wow, this smells delicious, because it is. Mm-hmm. It's so good. Oh, man. And it's like a contrast thing, too. You know, so when you've been, I mean, not that this was awful, and the first one was surprising, but then you go to like top of the mountain kind of thing. Huh, what a freaking appropriate analogy. Oh, so good. I'm loving the oak on this. How old is it? I don't even know this. I'm talking about the new Lob Creek thing. So it's about a little over 10 years. Oh, it's gorgeous. It is yummy. And if you can't get this one because they're sold out, you can find yourself some Knob Creek picks, man. I'm telling you. Ah, divine. Okay. Focus, Danielson. So I'll take one more sip of the Chattanooga rye. Like I said, first sip is the worst sip. It's just the rye becomes it's almost like the malt totally covered this up, and like, was it IC86 who said about this is kind of like an Irish? I get that. I mean, it doesn't quite have like the shortbreadiness, but just kind of the level of like the delivery of the flavors, and kind of the texture of it reminds, if that makes sense. But this one, the malt has not hidden the rye so well, and the rye is coming a bit more forward. But I'm going to try one more sip. I just saw Mofongo in the chat. I'm like, Mofongo! Yeah. Whoa. So now more chocolate came in. Now it's kind of like mint chocolate, which, thank you. I did want to show that about halfway through, and we're about halfway through. Thanks. It was called a term of endearment, but I thought that was weird on a live. Now it's kind of a mint chocolate with the chocolate coming more forward. Okay, so two bads might actually negate each other. There is hope. How is it that I can't stand rye? It can't stand the, mixed malted grains of just regular Chattanooga, but 100% malted rye? I don't understand. This is very perplexing. Yeah, it's actually it's almost like drinking the Knob Creek kind of made this more similar to the first one. I feel like it has less graham cracker, and like I'm not sure I get any graham cracker, but I definitely get chocolate. Words to live by. Hey! Huerpa! This is my fellow Boricua, W. O'Neill. He's the man. So how's it going? Oh, and Z-Man's here. Are you not confused? Have you had either of these? I'm very confused by this. All right. I'm going to try another one. So I'm going to ask y'all to pick, but I'm going to give y'all. So Bourbon sent me some, and I'd actually tried one of them and also did not hate it. So see, I really am trying to be honest and give all of these a chance. There should be 3 from, there's the other one. So we have a pick that is of barrel rye. I think that's the one that I've tried before and actually did not hate. That's a 7-year MGP rye. That's 59%. And then we have a Wilderness Trail. I've never actually had any regular Wilderness Trail. I've now had a pour of the pick done by HBR, Hot Buttery Rolls, but I've not had like regular Wilderness Trail. And then the other one is Michter's toasted rye, toasted barrel rye. And that is 54%. So should I try the one I've already tried before and actually didn't hate? Or should I maybe dig into one of these and see? Bourbon has been dying for me to try one of these. And I keep putting it off because I just keep putting ryes off. Hence today, RYE-day the 13th. I feel like ryes are scary and it goes well the month of October. So would you say Wilderness Trail rye or toasted barrel rye? And while I wait for responses, because there is a bit of a delay, Nick and I are pretty excited. And so Nick did some whiskey hunting today. Didn't have a lot of luck in what he was looking for, but did find a bottle that I think is going to be, so I'm definitely not opening it tonight, but I think it's going to become our special occasion bottle. For example, there may be a new family member. Maybe it's a good subtle way until it's like officially announced next year in my family. Not by me, not pregnant ever. But new family member potentially. So that would be a great time to open it. Or like buying a house. That'd be cool. So, but he found the new Wild Turkey Master's Keep, like, which I didn't even know it was here. So this is their, we haven't even taken it out of the box. It's the toasted one. So kind of a very, very cool. This will be open for something really, really special. But isn't that cool? So anyways, that gave y'all a chance to let me know between Wilderness or Michter's. So, oh, cool. Awesome. Yeah, Mash and Drum is not going on tonight. So it looks like Stuff and Whiskey will be going on in a little bit. So, and I think, I don't know if Livewire might also, but I do know Women of Whiskies, 11 p.m. Eastern. So that's 9 p.m. my time. So 8 p.m. Pacific. That covers almost all the times. So, okay, I see Wilderness Trail. Okay. Okay, and Bourbon even said to Whiskey Fancies that the Wilderness Trail rye pick is really sweet. So sounds like the vote is very much in. With pumpkin beer. That is what Nick is pregnant with right now because he's been loving that stuff. Did have one vote for the Michters, but looks like hell no. Some people have to work tomorrow, and that many hours of rye would definitely kill me. Even with, hold on. This is literally how I sit around at home drinking really good Knob Creek, or just really good. Ooh, I love the finish on this, but also, you know, the proof doesn't hit to where, you know, you can let it linger on the tongue and just really taste it, and it's not going to override you with spice. Like there's some cinnamon and cherry and nuttiness, but like a nice caramel kind of allowing it all to not take over. Woo! Oh, I dig it. I dig it a lot. Okay. Anyways, as people are, stop texting. Oh, gotcha. I'm getting text. Livewire will be going on in 45 minutes at 7:30 my time, which is 9:30 East Coast time. And like I mentioned, Women of Whiskies is going to be going at 11 p.m. East Coast time. So definitely check them out. Both of them. Livewire, who are great people. Mike and Adam. Oh God, did I really just say that? Also, they gave me them and Women of Whiskies, actually. You can't really see, but I'm wearing, and I love them. It's a mountain and matching earrings. You can't tell, and I can't zoom in. So, but I love them, and they're also amazing people. Check out both. So, Livewire, I just said it. Nick comes out sometimes and holds up, come here, get me your sign. 9:30 Eastern. Nick comes out sometimes and holds up like in big with a Sharpie. So let me say Livewire, 7:30 our time, 9:30 Eastern. Thanks. So so thanks, Kira. It's a Knob Creek, man. It does wonders. Okay, I promised I would open now this Wilderness Trail Rye. And I saw Hindo in the chat. Hindo, I got my Knob Creek. I'm so excited. It is everything. Like it's, I mean, if you know about ADHD whiskey, he's the world's top whiskey taster, and will forever be, no matter who wins the next one. They'll just be different years. So yeah, cue cards, exactly. So he knows how bad my eyesight is, so he's got to write it really big like that. Why can I not? Oh, of course, and my knives are over there. Is it gonna be gross if I bite this on stream? I can't find the end of the saran wrap. Normally, I can find that, no problem. This is fascinating. I'm sure a prepared person would have undone these ahead of time. All the other ones are undone. The one y'all picked. Okay, I got it. my tiny bit of nail. There we go. Yep, this channel would not be the same without him. Also, he got me this camera for my birthday last month, and I love it. It's so nice. And my latest wrestles video was using it, and I went to the Grand Tetons recently and filmed some special stuff. So when that comes out, that will have also used it. Grand Tetons and a legit camera. It's the perfect combination. I'm so excited about that. Anyways, I think I'm just excited that I have not been hating these ryes. I really wanted to come in and give this an honest chance, not just hate them just because I don't generally like ryes. These are very different profiles of ryes. Oh yeah. Well, they're gradually just getting worse. Nick hates it in my videos because I'm constantly doing it. But having to put them over the mask at work is making them even worse. So they just, as soon as I look down, oh, there's my cat bitching away. Her name is Pipes for a reason, because she's got a set of pipes. It never shuts up. I'm only sitting on 2 pillows. Thank you very much. But I am sitting on 2 pillows. So if you don't know, now you know, I'm short. On Patreon, sometimes I do lenses of my live setup and show off how short I am and how I love, like I've seen with ADHDs. I think it's always neat to see that behind the scenes of like, it's not as presented as it looks. Not that this looks that amazing, aside from my gorgeous plant, but it looks better than the insanity around it. All right, let's try this. Ooh, yes, great point. IC86. Like and subscribe. Oh, I love this camera. Just brings it up so real. Definitely getting kind of a floral herbal thing that I get on. Is that redundant to say floral and herbal? It's not, right? Like, they're different. It just feels kind of redundant because, I mean, herbs are types of plants, so I don't know. Well, I'm sorry I don't recognize the name, but Boricua! What's up? So, hey, I love seeing more Boricuas in the chat. I love seeing everybody in the chat, but, it's always really exciting to see people with, shared cultures kind of thing. So, sorry, I just saw this. Yes, thank y'all for having me on and sending me a really fun flight. It was really fun. Like, seriously, if you missed it yesterday, I think we had a lot of fun, and I hope the chat did. I think it was a really fun live stream, and I think it was their first live stream. So, but it went well. It was good. So, I was editing. That's why I was in the back seat, y'all. Don't get confused. I'm allowed to sit in the front seat. Dang right. Yeah, hell yeah. I like the way you think, Mike. So you'd say no. Right, yeah, they're not. Okay. I'm like, that's not redundant, right? I'm overthinking it. Yes, please go subscribe and check out their videos. They have some really great reviews, and they just have they just bring in so much personality to the reviews. So they're just fun to watch too. So, okay, this one is very much coming off more rye on the nose. Again, that floral and herbal. I forgot that I had packed my preferred tasting wheel to help me out when I went to the Grand Tetons. So, and I forgot to unpack that. Ooh, maybe like a cereal note too. Does anybody else get this dorky with it or no? I know some of y'all do. I know some of y'all are nerds. Yeah, kind of a perfumey. Underneath floral is perfume. And I would say it's much more perfumey than like hay or sage. Okay. Kind of like the synthetic notes, particularly of perfume. But let's try it. Right. Yeah, there it is in the end. That's the thing about ryes. They'll trick you and you'll be fine up front. And then you swallow it and all the rye comes in. And it's, but again, first sip is the worst sip. Because at the front, I was agreeing with bourbon that it's sweeter and not terribly rye forward. I'm agreeing with Keek here. But there's a particular, it must just be rye spice. It's not the mint, it's not the dill, really. It's a rye spice that it's right when you swallow. It's in that beginning of the finish or end of the palate. I don't know what you want to call it, but right in that moment that kicks you. And this one's so frustrating because at the beginning I'm like, ooh, that's actually like pretty yummy. Okay. All right, y'all, you don't get a choice. Bourbon has chosen. I have to try the rye. I'm glad Nick watched all these Glens from last night's flight. I'll watch them tonight, Nick. Sorry. Thank you for watching these ones. Okay. Let me keep these guys in front so I know who's who. This guy's kind of big. This guy is this. And Michter's. Okay. I think Nick has tried some of this. I don't think I have. I think I've only tried this barrel rye. Maybe I'll try a little bit again. Because I remember being surprised by that one. Is this one... This one's not toasted, right? The barrel rye bourbon. Possibly. Caraway. I'm writing that down, honestly, to go... Something I really want to do, honestly, is kind of create my own nosing kit. Because I honestly have a terrible memory. And so even if I've had something before, I'm not that great at remembering it. Nancy Fraley talked about having kind of a photographic memory of her like tasting experiences and nosing experiences when she did a great interview on Black Bourbon Family. Go check it out. It's a 3-part series. I think she talks about that in the second part. I do not have that at all. And I kind of want to do this like flashcards to really help me be able to identify it. I feel like my nose is capable of picking these things out, my palate can, but then being able to tell you what those are, which is why it really helps me to look at a wheel, you know, or hear descriptions and, you know, see what I do get and what I don't get. But it's hard. Oh, hey, the little plastic guy from the cap is still there. I don't know if other people are like that, but yeah, I really want to do that. Get like a nosing kit or kind of make my own to treat as flashcards. I feel like if I did that, you know, a few times a week, you know, week after week, that would be a huge help in me being able to give more accurate and better notes, and maybe being able to even distinguish, you know, distilleries and things better. So we're all working on something. So, all right, cheers, stuff and whiskey. See y'all. So, and yeah, it sounds like they're also going live, so that'll be cool. Y'all will have your choices tonight. So, if there's one thing, you always know by my face if I like something or not. I've been notorious for that since being a child. Yes. That's such a good way of putting it. To find inspiration in this community. Yes. I mean, like, it just shows what this... I love this community. It's so cool. And, like, the more you get involved in it, the more you realize how great it is. So, this is Michter's, right? I put it in the wrong spot. Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's get into this Michter's. Enough. Ooh, I like the nose a bajillion times better than anything I've smelled. So, I mean, aside from Love Creek, obviously. That's my pick-me-up throughout this. Though I truly thought this was going to be much more painful than it's been. Also, can y'all let me know, is this muffled or is this clear and loud enough and okay? Because this will be plugged into the Rode Wireless for my new videos, hopefully. But not if it sounds like shit. So, just any feedback is not offensive on audio. I'm really trying to work on that. And that's what Patreon is really helping me with. So thank y'all so freaking much. I just want the quality to be better for y'all. So, okay, sounds great. It's clear. Okay, good. Because it's also a lapel, so I also got to work on, how to place it so it doesn't, get muffled or anything. Okay, cool. Thank y'all. Y'all are awesome. A little hollow. Oh my God, my Google Nest just said no problem. That was terrifying. Why? Forgot to turn that off. One more thing I forgot for today. Sound and vid is fine. A little bit hollow. Okay, I wonder, I don't know anything about audio, so it's something I got to work on, but it could be too. I don't have like, stuff to absorb sound. Normally I'm outdoors and it's not the echoey issue that you get indoors and why people have to hang up blankets and stuff filming indoors. It's one of the things I love about the outdoors and filming. Bourbon says if you don't like, well, I love the nose. And then I got yapping and never tasted it. So thanks a lot, OMJ. Wah, 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 wah. I'm a Charlie Brown teacher. I bet that's what it is. I'll go back and listen too, but I wonder if that's what it is. I wonder if the wind muff thing would help. I doubt it. Houston, we may have an actual winner here. If you put this in a blind flight, I would not guess it was Ray. I not only don't dislike this, I actually like this. And that's first sip, and first sip is the worst sip. I mean, I guess I shouldn't be surprised because I like the nose so much, but I am shocked. Let me guess, this is not easy to find. I mean, it's not easy to find Michters in Utah. I've never seen it here, though I understand it has been sold here before. Not this one, though, as far as I know. But I generally, kind of close my brain when people talk about ryes. I don't actually know anything about which ones are really special. I'm betting this one's really special and hard to find. In which case, extra thank you, Bourbon, for sending me the sample. But I think you may have succeeded, sir. RYE-day the 13th has not been so scary. This smells good. Wait, bring back the flavor wheel. Bring back the flavor wheel. Oh, okay, really? Oh, so it's not crazy hard to find. Like this would be something I could maybe go on the search for. We're going to be in the Carolinas in a week for my best friend's wedding, Carolina Whiskey Girl. Maybe I can look. This is surprising. How much is this Sugar Kitty, like where you are? I wonder. Trumpet with a mute is what all humans sound like to cats. That is exactly what the wah, wah, wah kind of thing. Oh, man. I was an oboist and hated trumpets. Sorry for any trumpet players. But that noise is obnoxious, and y'all just want to be heard over everybody else. You know it's true. Michter's toasted equals BTAC level hard around here. Cool. So it very much depends on the area. Got it. I mean, that's here. It's probably even harder. I mean, not that we really get BTAC, but we don't get either. That's the thing. This is barrel strength. Do they have a non-barrel strength? This is bizarre. This is good. Like straight up good. I did not see this coming. So least favorite of the night has been the Wilderness Trail, but it wasn't like, well, I guess it was a bit of grimacing. It's that finish. It's when that rye spice comes back and bites you in the ass. See, even the neighbor's weird dog is upset about it. So very upset about it, apparently. Sorry. Again, you play it like a percussion instrument? how does that? I actually faked the trumpet in marching band because you don't have oboes. So they put me on a trumpet to fake because the guy broke his leg. Oh, I see. The right. I think it's that toasted barrel that's making all the because it's funny. Toasted barrel on bourbons often makes them too sweet for me and gives too much of that kind of marshmallowy thing to me. But I think that sweetness being balanced with the rye in this is really balancing nicely and honestly just coming off as like an interesting bourbon. Not gonna lie, that is pretty yummy. I feel like Nick might be coming out here to try some. I'm not having any of that tonight. Why is he bringing me this bottle? Well, I guess I know why. This bottle are you holding for me? Right? It's an absolute look, Cheech. Michter's. Michter's is the winner for the night. Michter's toasted rye barrel strength. So this is 54.4% from bourbon, which by the way, he sent me. It arrived on May 7th. And I'm just now getting around to trying it. So I really just am that behind on trying samples people send because I want to try them on a live or in some kind of way where I can acknowledge who sent them to me. Like, I honestly, truly appreciate it when people send me stuff, and I don't want it to just be forgotten because I am super forgetful or unacknowledged. You know, I want to appreciate it properly. So that's why it takes me forever, and I don't do many live streams. So, oh, yeah. Gosh, I don't remember what all was in that flight. Do I have that? I might have that because BT Devs, for people who like to take notes, you can get this at whiskeymountains.com. And, oh, here we go. Oh, I did have Sagamore Rye. Somebody was asking about that in this. It was third place. I had Willet. I hated that one with a deep and fiery passion. I already knew I hated Willet. Obtanium Polish Rye. Hated that one. No offense. It's just not my palate by hate. I'm not saying y'all have bad palates. Obviously, people love rye. Just not me. Old Scout Rye. And you're right. For the 4-Gate Mash and Journey Pick Rye was number 2. Was second place. And then Old Scout Rye was first place. But I really... whiskey burps, I guess. Really, I like all of these more than I liked any of the ryes in my punishment flight, which Adam might have done on purpose. Adam of Livewire Whiskey designed that punishment flight. But really good memory, Ethan. I had totally forgotten and had that right in front of me. So, wow. I'm impressed. I'm not kidding. I have... like just a really bad memory. So yeah, you can go here and get yourself an awesome thing to take notes because I need to take notes on everything. Also, green and blue is just my favorite color combination and colors. So also green trees and sky blue. That makes sense, right? I mean, I cheer for the Seahawks because I like their colors and I do like Russell Wilson. And Lockett is pretty amazing. But I'm a Panthers and Packers fan first. So, wow. Talk about... Okay. So I've tried ones that were pretty clear. I think I'm going to try one more. Maybe... So, okay. We have a Knob Creek Rye pick. It's Bourbon Night pick from Big Vic. We have the Jack Daniel's Barrel Proof Rye from Adam Dorman. I've got Kentucky Owl Batch 4 Rye from Adam, Mr. Whiskey Shits. I've got Kentucky Owl Last Rye Batch something from Whiskey Crusaders. Anybody who knows them knows they don't have great handwriting. I love them. They're wonderful. Definitely sub to them. I have... Oh, I think it's that 4-Gates Big Vic. Also, that Big Vic had also sent me 4-Gate Barrel Rye 8-year Mash and Journey pick. So I don't know what I should try, or if I should even have any more and just go back to Lob Creek, or maybe go back through these. I didn't plan this ahead at all. It was just kind of, as it takes you. Sometimes you just gotta wing it, right? Oh, is Nick confused that I actually am like? Thanks a lot. I do like other things in Knob Creek. I also love wild turkey. Lots of wild turkey products. Not all of them, but what else do I like? Elijah Craig. I love Elijah Craig barrel proofs. Larceny barrel proofs. So I guess Heaven Hill in general. Four Roses single barrel, and that store pick I got from Chris Tatz is amazing. I'm just like filling space, I guess, while I wait for a few responses. I'm sorry, shelf turrets. I don't like a fireball. I think it's disgusting. I don't know how y'all do shots of it. I just saw the little thing that came, or whatever it is, the little airplane bottle of it. I do like Booker's, Ardbeg, PhD, Buffalo Trace. I don't think anybody hates Buffalo Trace. I think it gets too much hype a bit. Uh-oh. She is still here. Whoops. No, I mean, it's great. It's so good. My thing is I don't like Big Red Gum. I think it's awful. Ugh. Bazooka Joe bubblegum is where it's at. Tell me that's a lie. We'll fight. Okay, let me go in and see what people said. Jack Daniels, Kentucky Owl. A Kentucky Owl. Oh, that was Nick. Does his vote count? Because that's your Kentucky Owl too, Nick. And we only have this much of it. Not much. I would have a very tiny sip if I did. So that Nick could have the rest. Okay, but people are saying Kentucky Owl, so hey, Nick. Looks like that's what it is. Ooh! Oh, you did get to try some Ardbegs. Did you try a couple? Which ones did you have? Did you like any of them at all? Did you get to try Oogie? It's the best. I love Ardbeg Oogie. Although, that's what Nick brought over. Bourbon. Same guy who hooked me up with this freaking Michter's Toasted Barrel sample that I love. Really helped me out the other day. Nick, if you're out here, if you hear this, can you grab my hat that I'm so excited for? And the other bottle that Bourbon sent, please? It'll take some delay before he hears that because he's in the bedroom. But I got to try this at the Davilars. My Patreon saw about this before. So, but this is the Port Charlotte 10, heavily peated. And I just thought it was divine. Like, he put me through a few peateds because he knows I like peated. It's on there. Thank you. It's on right over here. Sorry, it's on top of the bottles. Yeah. Thank you. It's so great having an assistant, a producer. But I got to try it at the Davilars. And he let me try a bunch of other great things. And I was like, yeah, but can I have another pour of that Port Charlotte 10? Because that was divine. And they don't have it here. So Bourbon hooked me up, and I'm so excited about it. I had some last night. But he also hooked me up with, this is going to seem bizarre. You're seeing clearness right now. But anybody who knows me knows I am born and bred a Trekkie. And so this is a Star Trek bottle. You can see up there, and you can see down here. It's, well, maybe you can see it says Enterprise NCC 1701D, I think. Yeah, D, which is the main one in Star Trek Next Generation. I'm that level of Trekkie, I can tell you that. But also, and if you follow me on Instagram, you already know about this amazing hat. And it's my new favorite hat. I have looked online for Knob Creek merch and not had much luck. And he was able to find this hat. And even the back has like a brown strap. Hold on, wait for it. On the gold thing, it's hard to tell. But there is a silhouette of a Knob Creek bottle, that little rectangular shape with the wax tab. I love it. It's so great. I'm so excited. So, Bourbon's just the man. Thank you so much. Also, he has a YouTube channel and also does like pub style kind of hangouts and stuff using OBS. So it's much more complicated, but he's able to have more people on, which is really cool. So definitely check out Bourbon. Again, had I been prepared, I would have put people's links in the description like I normally do. but it was not prepared. What time is it? 7:12. So in about 17 minutes, I'll just go to Livewire. In 17 minutes, Livewire is going on. And they basically have like a pub style sort of thing, meaning if you're not familiar, that they literally drop the StreamYard link in the chat and you can come on and kind of hang out with them and drink with them. And basically everybody, it's a way for us to all to like get to know each other and chat whiskey together, which is kind of cool. I mean, beyond whiskey, there might be some dog chat today because one of their dogs is very dumb. Cute, but dumb. So, but that'll be at 7:30 my time, which is 9:30 Eastern and 6:30 Pacific. I'm getting better at that, y'all. Also, I just blinded myself by looking at my 2 lights. One was donated actually by Adam of Mr. Whiskey Shits of Livewire because he didn't need it. Okay. We decided on Kentucky Owl. That's where we were. I'm going to use a little mini glass. Oh, no. I'll use my Mash and... No. Oh, I got another one. Use my Mash and Journey one. Also, real quick, because I haven't showed it off in like 2 live streams, and that's just ridiculous. What I'm using to hold these is this gorgeous thing, which Whiskey Wiggle made for me when I defended my PhD. I don't know if you can see. Oh, no, you're dumb. Oh, nope, that made it worse. But it says Dr. Adriana Cristina Rodriguez. So, which was just, I don't know. For me, it was really, really cool. And I love every chance to get to use it. So it's always fun seeing Doctor in front of your name. So we're going to pour just a tiny, tiny bit of this Kentucky Owl because I want Nick to get to have the rest of it. So, but this is from Mr. Whiskey Shits. So literally a tiny, tiny amount. Yeah, this is true. But my experiment worked, so worth it. It was a double win. And I actually found ryes I don't hate. So it's just absolute insanity. Richie's here. What's up? Oh, thank you for dropping the link. So yeah, Livewire is going on in 16 minutes. And friggin' Matt Porter, who is saving my day with his friggin' amazing Knob Creek pick. This is like my... when I need a recovery and something delicious between all these ryes, it arrived today, and I'm so, so excited about it. So, and I had 30 minutes from getting home to eat dinner, pick up my packages / get my hand delivery, of course, and prep. So, and get my earrings in because I didn't want to go in. Oh, the Kentucky Owl. I'm like, huh? Thanks, babe. You know she did. I think she's 12K now, if that helps. So, as one expensive dog. Yeah, I got there today. I was like, I don't know what this package is today because it's supposed to be tomorrow. My new mic came today also, but I didn't even have time to set that up. So, but next time and the next video that I record, maybe I'll try to do one. So the mountains are covered in snow already. Just happened. Okay. Yep. So I've tried a bunch of different ryes tonight. Here's a bit of a recap before I try this last one, which is the Kentucky Owl Batch 4 rye, 112.8 proof. I tried the ASW, which is 100% malted rye, and bizarrely actually did not hate it. Kind of liked it. Very chocolatey, bit of graham cracker. Then, because that was surprising, because I don't like malted grains normally, and I don't like malt flavor, tried the Chattanooga straight rye, which is also 100% malted rye. Didn't like it as much as the ASW, but actually didn't mind it, and I don't like regular Chattanooga whiskey. So bizarre. So apparently don't like malted grains and I don't like rye, but if you combine them together and make it 100% that somehow is okay. Yeah. And then the Wilderness Trail rye, that one did hit me with, this was a pick by the Long Island Whiskey Society from Bourbon. That one did hit me more rye and not a fan. But then he ordered that I try the Michter's toasted barrel rye and barrel strength, and that by far wins the night. I legitimately like this rye. I'm so used to saying bourbon. Legitimately actually like this rye, which is insanity. Perfect recap. Thank you. Michter's, Resurgence by ASW, Chattanooga Rye, and then Wilderness Trail Rye last. Beautiful. So if you haven't subbed to ADHD, like what planet are you on? I don't know what you're doing. He's the one who picked this delicious, still got tape connected to it, delicious Knob Creek pick. Oh, this camera is so nice. I love it. But also a Knob Creek pick. With a sticker designed by our beloved DC, Daniel Carter. So, okay. Stop it. I already don't like this one. I don't know about this mash bill. So this is the Kentucky Owl. Oh yeah, check out my website. It's pretty much where my merch is, but also I post my videos there too. And you could get, wait for it, a thing to take your own whiskey notes in. I mean, it's just a normal notepad, but yeah, I did it. And that's a more accurate depiction, I think, of the green than the website gives you. BT tips, but I like it. All right, I'll try it. We had a sample of that, but Nick drank it all before I got to try any. I bring that up every single time. So, but I hear it's weird. It's pretty out there. Yeah, it's this toasted barrel. I don't know about their regular ryes, but I haven't had a much of Michter's, but definitely act like legitimately like this. So very, very shocked. The world is in balance. I see 86. I do love peated. Love peated. Love peated. Like, kind of funny that my Port Charlotte tin is wearing my Knob Creek hat, but wait for it. Delicious. So good. I should do a review of this sometime soon. We'll see. I still haven't sipped it, have I? RYE the 13th has been bizarre. Hey, Steve Burkow. How's it going? Just so people know, in 10 minutes, Livewire is going, so I'll probably just end around then. Makes it a nice, smooth transition. And then later, what's really big is Women of Whiskies is having their debut stream tonight, 11 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. my time, 8 p.m. Pacific time. That just leaves Central time, which is 10 p.m. And they're just going to kind of introduce their channel and talk about kind of how it's going to be and the setup and stuff. But they're two awesome women in the Whiskey Tube community, Michelle Davilar and Jen Ardolino. They're both amazing, and I'm super excited for this channel to be taking off. They already have an Instagram, which anybody can follow, and they have a Facebook group, which is only for women. But anybody can follow the Instagram, and of course the YouTube. You should definitely sub to that. I think that's going to be super fun. And now I will drink this freaking Kentucky Owl. All right. No. There's not enough no's. That one's definitely a hard pass for me. Woo! Did not like that one. This is why I have the Log Creek poured to save the day for after drinking a rye like that. What the fuck? That was a RYE-day the 13th rye. I mean, it wasn't quite Alberta or Willet level of terrifying, but it was up there. So if that gives you any idea of my thing. Sorry, I saw somebody say something about the Gamecocks in the midst of that. Oh, just the nose. Wait, hold on. Yes, I'm a Gamecock. I went to the real USC. Fight me. Total Gamecock here. Mom went there. Brother went there. Stepfather taught there. Hardcore Gamecock. So, but I'm in Utah now. I went to Utah for my PhD. And I love it here, and I'm not leaving. It's gorgeous. So, oh, so cool. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. I just hit 1K. Actually, like right before my birthday, because it was just in time for my birthday. Isn't that freaking nuts? Still feels kind of surreal that I have hit 1K, and I'm almost there on the watch hours. I haven't checked in a couple days, but I was like around 3,400, and you got to hit 4,000 for like monetization or whatever. So just super cool. I think it's more of just like a cool landmark to hit than like the monetization itself. It's just like 1,000 is really big to hit, and then like hitting that level of monetization, it just feels, you know, like, holy crap, it's a legit channel. What? That feels bizarre. So, oh boy. I mean, as long as you're not Clemson, we're all good. So, Hindo, I know, is a Dogs fan, pretty sure. Yeah, he's a Dogs fan. I was like, no, he's not Georgia Tech. He's Georgia. So, I don't know who Wiggle roots for. Yes. More for you, buddy. You can have it. Definitely not a fan. I'm going to go back to this deliciousness. I feel like it's weird if when I stare into the camera, because then it just feels like staring into your soul. Oh my God, that is good. The oak that comes through with this, but it's not overly oaking and it's not overly oaky, and it's not like crazy drying on the finish or anything. Like mixed with cinnamon, and I'm telling you, a touch of cherry. That's still coming, and now I've kind of gotten time to let this air out. What are we at? 6 minutes left. So, woo, yes, definitely go sub to Kilco. He is getting there. So, and thank you so much for putting my vids on repeat. It definitely helps with those hours. So it's funny because some channels like Livewire live streams a lot, so they've hit the hours and just need to get the subs. Kilco live streams a lot, so he's hit the hours. I don't live stream that often. It's rare that I do 2 in a month. I normally try to stick with once a month. Love my job. It's top priority for me. So, somebody can delete Mash Bill's bullshit comment because you're wrong, my friend. You're wrong. California wasn't even a state when University of South Carolina, the real USC, was founded. So, bite me. Y'all are fake. Y'all are just copycats and wannabes. So, I just call y'all SoCal. I don't know what this is supposed to be. Oh, running back. Oh man, doing that put me over the Michter's toasted barrel that I really like. And now I'm getting really yummy syrup. Like fresh French toast syrup. Like, so Angel's Envy makes me think of like cold French toast syrup. So if you let the French toast go cold and kind of a bit more eggy, this is like fresh French toast syrup. Ooh, that's good. So there's one way to nose a glass. I'm sure Nancy the Nose Fraley would be really impressed. I haven't even done any agitating because it's too awkward to do. And I'm supposed to, I mean, is anybody actually good at this aside from like just no way to do it aside from ADHD? And I'm drinking this Lob Creek pick in my, kind of hard to see, Women of Whiskies glass. Probably still really hard to see, but oh, so now I think it's like butterscotch. I also don't eat a lot of sweets, so it's also hard for me to differentiate like butterscotch and toffee and stuff. The caramel I know, You put like flan. If you've ever had flan has caramel, especially Puerto Rican flan. There's a difference, by the way, between Mexican flan and Puerto Rican flan. Both good, but just saying. Would delete it, but only cool enough to get you to like rye, but not be blue. Blue. What? Oh, in that I have not made you a wrench. Gotcha. I'm like, huh? That took me too long. Fuck Clemson. F those people. You can't grow up as hardcore a Gamecock as my family was. And I mean, no. Nope. Gold label. I've never heard like the picks, the single barrel picks, like this gold label kind of thing. You know what I mean? Because I get that. And it's true. They're divine. I mean, I've had a few now. Luckily, thank you, whiskey community. We don't have picks in Utah. Not really. We get like one maker's pick by the state. But wow, that's good. Really, really good. I have to do a Knob Creek flight soon. So we are getting close to wrap-up time. So quick wrap-up. I don't know which one was in last place, to be honest. Honestly, not sure. I think maybe the Kentucky Owl batch 4 rye, and then the Wilderness Trail single barrel rye. And then this one actually honestly wasn't bad. How is it that the only Chattanooga I've ever liked is a freaking rye? And it's 100% rye and it's malted. I'm not over that yet. And then this Resurgence rye by ASW. And then in first place by far was this Michter's Toasted Barrel. But I might legit pour some of these again, like, after this, and sit and think on them more. I'm very shocked. I thought this was going to be so much more painful, like last week's punishment flight that I had to do of Rise, which was quite painful. So this wasn't so bad. Now I feel kind of bad for naming it RYE-day the 13th, but it was such a good name, and somebody gave me that in the comments. I wrote Lil from Australia, wrote them all down and sent them to me. So I've got a bunch from that. And I wanted to do more lives just to use those names up, but I just don't have the time for those lives, and definitely not to film videos for them or anything. So, but RYE-day the 13th, it's Wednesday, it's the 13th. Come on, it's perfect. So this wasn't bad. This was weird. I may or may not be possessed. I don't know what's going on either. I mean, I do still love this beyond all. So the Knob Creek Lob Creek pick. So, and it is now 7:30. It is time to go over to Livewire and hang out in their pub. And then don't forget, please, later on is Women of Whiskies tonight, 11 p.m. Eastern. Translate that to your time zone. And it should be fun. And particularly the October 27th one, I think is going to be really fun. That's the Criminals and Cocktails. So if you like true crime at all, or even if you like laughing at us who do love true crime, come join that. I think that'll be fun. So I will see y'all later. Thanks so much for joining me. This was a really cool thing. And if you haven't yet, like and subscribe. Okay. Salud.